good morning. You're watching India This Morning here on Mirror. My name is Apurva Sridhar. A quick look at what's making headlines. Death toll from Cyclone Ockhi at 26 in South India. The cyclonic storm now headed towards Maharashtra and Gujarat. Meanwhile, Goa faces strong winds and high tides. Final hearing in the controversial Babri Masjid demolition to begin today. Matter to be heard by a special bench at 2 p.m. today. Kolkata police turn a blind eye towards toddler sexual abuse for 6 months. Instead of serving justice, lathi charges protesting parents. Delhi chokes, but Kejriwal government drags its feet on fight against pollution, fails timely submission of action plan to the National Green Tribunal. And Hindi cinema smiling charmer, veteran actor producer Shashi Kapoor died yesterday at the age of 79 after a prolonged illness. Big breaking news there coming in this morning. IMD had warned the heavy rains are set to continue in South Gujarat states and North Maharashtra. Sea conditions are expected to be very rough and the fishermen have been advised not to venture out. Well, that's the latest as far as Cyclone Ockhi is concerned, where the sea conditions are continuing to turn rough. And the IMD now warning of heavy rains, which is set to continue in South Gujarat states and the northern Maharashtra. Remember, from the south of India, the cyclone has now been travelling towards Maharashtra and Gujarat, and sea conditions are set to turn rough. Advisories there being issued ahead of the Cyclone Ockhi, because it has created havoc in the southern states of Kanyakumari, Kerala and many other parts of southern India. And now the cyclone is set to travel towards Gujarat and Maharashtra. Now heavy to very heavy rainfall has been predicted by the IMD at this point, where sea conditions are expected to remain rough, while an advisory there being issued saying that fishermen have been advised not to venture out. There's been an advisory that has also been issued to people to not go close to the beaches there, especially at the time of high tides. And that are the advisories there being issued in the light of Cyclone Ockhi. Now many such advisories there being issued at this point, where heavy to very heavy rainfall has been predicted by the IMD at this point with Cyclone Ockhi. It has created havoc with almost 26 lives there being lost in southern India. Many trees there being uprooted, many lives lost there, even in Lakshadweep, as we saw how Cyclone Ockhi has created havoc. Now it is all set to travel towards Maharashtra and Gujarat, while an advisory there being issued for the fishermen as well to stay off the coast, especially at a time when the sea conditions are all set to remain rough. Well, the IMD now predicting heavy rains to continue in the state of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Many advisories there being issued. Contingencies there also deployed in case of any kind of eventuality. But the sea conditions right now being told that they are going to turn rough. Well, after wreaking havoc in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Lakshadweep, Cyclone Ockhi is now headed towards the coast of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Meanwhile, Goa has also faced the brunt of strong winds, where high tides have flooded the beaches and destroyed the shacks. Now, this comes as the state is in its most tourist-heavy season. Now, Mumbai, meanwhile, experienced light rainfall on Monday evening, and the state government has ordered that all the schools and colleges remain shut on Tuesday. So that's the latest as far as Cyclone Ockhi is concerned. While it has wreaked havoc in the southern states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Lakshadweep, with almost 26 lives lost there. Now Cyclone Ockhi is all set to head towards the coast of Maharashtra and Gujarat, while also Goa being one of the most tourist spots there, and at a time when a lot of tourists throng to Goa. Cyclone Ockhi has also caused some kind of destruction there in Ockhi in Goa, where the beaches have been flooded and it has destroyed. The strong winds have destroyed a lot of shacks on the beaches. Now this is coming at a time when Goa is considered to be a very tourist state, and a lot of tourists have been thronging to the beach town. Now, more importantly, many advisories there being issued specifically for Maharashtra as well, where the IMD has predicted heavy to very heavy rainfall on the onset of Cyclone Ockhi. They're traveling towards Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa. Now, in Mumbai, which experienced very light rainfall on Monday evening, the state government has also ordered that all schools and colleges will remain shut today. Richa Sharma now joins me live for more updates on the ground situation as far as Cyclone Ockhi is concerned. Richa, take us through what really is the ground situation. We understand yesterday there was light rainfall, with the IMD now predicting heavy to very heavy rainfall.
That's right, Apurva. From yesterday evening we are seeing about...
Well, we'll try and reconnect with Richa in just a bit, but the fact that Cyclone Ockhi will be travelling towards Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa, and today with yesterday, in fact, when Maharashtra received a very light rainfall, the IMD now predicting the state to receive very heavy rainfall. In the light of all these advisories there being issued to the fishermen community, to the people, now the state government has also ordered that all schools and colleges will remain shut in the light of any kind of eventuality as a major storm there heads towards Mumbai. People have been advised to stay off the coast, especially the fishermen, to stay and not venture out at a time when the sea conditions are set to remain very rough, and precautionary holiday there being declared in the state of Maharashtra, especially at a time when Cyclone Ockhi has created a lot of damage there in the southern India, specifically in places like Kerala, Lakshadweep and many parts of Tamil Nadu, with almost 26 lives there being lost due to the havoc that was created by Cyclone Ockhi. Now, many measures there being put in place. The fishermen community has been advised to not venture out. The railways are also taking precautionary measure at this time. The rescue operation certainly on standby in full swing. The 83 fishermen who are still at sea have also been asked to come closer to the coast, because Lakshadweep Island, which was the worst hit, an alarm was also sounded now in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Well, that's the latest that we are getting as far as Cyclone Ockhi is concerned. Now, specifically in Mumbai, the schools and colleges will remain shut today in the light of any kind of eventuality due to heavy storm that has been expected around Mumbai and the state of Maharashtra, with Cyclone Ockhi, which has already created a lot of havoc there in Lakshadweep, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, now all set to travel towards Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa. Remember, in Goa, very heavy storm has caused a lot of problems there for the tourists who have been thronging to the beaches. Now, due to high tides, they've also been advised to not go very close to the beaches, while a lot of shacks, due to very heavy winds, have also been destroyed. More importantly, we have seen the kind of damage that Cyclone Ockhi has made. It is to be seen since yesterday, light to moderate rainfall was there in the state of Maharashtra, with the IMD now predicting heavy to very heavy rainfall to continue for the next 48 hours as far as Cyclone Ockhi is concerned. More importantly, advisories there being issued in full swing to the people who are all set to venture to the sea, especially the fishermen community have been advised not to go very close to the sea in the light of high waves and, more importantly, rough sea conditions that has been predicted by the Indian Meteorological Department. Richa now joins me on the phone line with more details on this. Richa, many advisories there being issued in the light of Cyclone Ockhi, but more importantly, schools and colleges set to remain shut as a precautionary measure.
That's right, Apurva. The Cyclone Ockhi, and after the IMD issued advisories even for Mumbai, yesterday itself, the State Education Minister announced that schools will remain shut for precautionary basis. And from yesterday evening, we are seeing that the rainfall across the city of Mumbai has been happening between moderate to very heavy to heavy rainfall, and today also from morning we are seeing that the weather conditions is extremely overcasted as well as cloudy. We saw very dark clouds in the morning, in the very early morning time in the city of Mumbai. And also there have been warning issued to the fishermen to not trade into the sea and water for any kind of activities whatsoever, because it is extremely dangerous for them at this point to go inside as well. And also all the beaches across Mumbai have also been guarded by the police and the coastal guards as well, for not allowing anyone to go after a point, so that there are no untoward incidences that might happen.
Right, Richa, more importantly, we've seen the kind of havoc that Cyclone Ockhi had really created in the state of Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Lakshadweep, with almost 26 lives there being lost. Has a contingency been prepared for any kind of eventuality? Are we looking at teams of NDRF and Army there being deployed, any kind of deployment in place as such?
Yes, certainly, Apurva, when it comes to the major sea coast fronts here in Mumbai, not on the beaches specifically, but all the coastal areas, specifically the NDRF and the naval team are on standby, so that they can tackle any kind of untoward or emergency situations, because certainly the IMD has predicted that the condition of the sea is currently extremely stormy and very unnatural at this point. And when we are looking at the sea waves as well at this point, the situation is not normal, along with the rainfall that is happening, which does not really happen at this point. And because of the cyclonic wave that has come out of the southern region of India, this has certainly impacted Mumbai as well as Thane, Palghar and the other northern regions of Maharashtra.
Right, many thanks, Richa, for getting us all those details on Cyclone Ockhi. We'll, of course, keep a very close eye on the kind of advisories there being issued, especially in the state of Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa. Well, moving on in the bulletin now to some news coming in from the national capital, where taking stock of the escalating pollution situation, the Prime Minister Modi's principal secretary held a panel meet to discuss the immediate measures to tackle the situation. Now, the discussion deemed monitoring of air quality and pollutants necessary, discussed the role of vehicular emissions, coal fires and stubble burning in Delhi NCR. Now, Punjab government has said that crop burning has reduced by 40% this year, and active measures were being taken to cut out the practice completely. Now, Centre has also expressed that the coal-fired power plants in a radius of 100 km around Delhi needs to be shut, along with wider use of sprinklers to handle dust clouds and introduce electric buses. Now, the meeting was attended by secretaries and chief secretaries of Haryana and Punjab and representatives from Delhi government. Sharon now joins me on the phone line with more details on this. Sharon, we understand that in the light of the recent pollution levels still being at a very poor level, now we see even the PMO-led panel has also stepped in, coming up with a host of advisories and a host of measures that needs to be taken up. What are those specific measures that the PMO's panel is now looking at to contain this ever-growing situation of pollution in the national capital?
Well, with the dip in the temperature, the air quality in the national capital is getting worse. The air quality index that has been reported in the morning for Lodi Road and Mandir Marg and Pitampura areas have been PM10 and PM2.5, severe and very poor have been put in for a very poor category. Now, like you mentioned, yes, there have been a meeting that was held by the PMO panel, which was headed by the secretaries, state secretaries, and the panel was headed by Nipendra Mishra, the principal secretary of the Prime Minister, and they have taken, in fact, a number of measures to curb pollution. We know that sprinkling and sprinkling of water is being done, but they have planned to increase it more. The more focus was on the stubble burning. We know when we talk about stubble burning, we have seen the kind of blame game that the state governments have been playing on each other, be it the Punjab government, be it the Haryana government, be it the Delhi government. But as of now, the Punjab government has been saying that the 40% of the stubble burning have come down to a good level. Have come down severely. So clearly the measures have been taken, but will that be seen on ground is something that we have to wait and watch for.
But But Sharon, more importantly, as you pointed out, the entire blame game is something that is absolutely worrisome at this point. We have seen in the past as well, the chief ministers of both the states as well meeting and talking about the entire issue of stubble burning, but there has never been a conclusion of sorts that has really come out of any such meeting.
Oh, that is right. You can see how on social media last month we have seen how the Chief Minister of Delhi asked the Haryana government, Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar to meet him, and also asked Captain Amrinder Singh, the Chief Minister of Punjab, to meet him, and there was a lot of blame game that was being played. Punjab government at that point of time has said that it is unable to check the stubble burning as farm residue has to be removed. So there has to be some incentive that need to be given to the farmers. So clearly some of the measures that have been taken by the PMO in this PMO panel that met on Monday had decided that they will be deciding on what really need to be done. But clearly the blame game has not stopped. These three states, Delhi, Haryana and Punjab, have been saying that they are doing enough to curb the pollution, but the blame game has not stopped anywhere now.
Okay. Right, clearly the blame game not stopping anywhere while the national capital continues to choke as the air quality now dipping to almost a very poor category. Many thanks, Sharon, for getting us all those details on that pollution level in the national capital. Moving on now, the Supreme Court is all set to commence the final hearing in the long-standing Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid title dispute, a day before the 25th anniversary of the demolition of the medieval-era structure. Now, the politically controversial matter will be heard by a special bench of Chief Justice of India, Justice Deepak Mishra, Justice Ashok Bhushan and Justice S. Abdul Nazir at 2 p.m. today. Now, a total of 13 appeals filed against the 2010 judgment of the Allahabad High Court in 4 civil suits are up for hearing today. Well, that is of course a crucial hearing there to commence today on the final hearing in the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid dispute. It is of course the day before the 25th anniversary of the demolition of Babri Masjid. Now, this entire special constituted bench will be headed by Chief Justice of India, Justice Deepak Mishra, along with other judges, and the hearing will be on a total of 13 appeals filed against the 2010 judgment of the Allahabad High Court, in fact in 4 civil suits. Meenakshi now joins me on the phone line with more details. Meenakshi, certainly it is a very crucial day, but help us understand what has been the past understanding or the past findings as far as this disputed controversial topic is concerned.
Well, Apurva, this is a long-standing dispute and there are 3 parties to this original title suit of who owns really the contentious piece of land in Ayodhya. On an earlier occasion, it was the Allahabad High Court which had divided the land 3 ways. Of course, that has not been agreeable to the 3 parties. One is Ram Lalla Birajman, the other is the Nirmohi Akhada, and then we have the Sunni Waqf Board, who are the principal parties to this dispute. And subsequent to that, the matter has been pending in the Supreme Court. Like you rightly pointed out, today it will be taken up for hearing, but the matter has not yet reached the final argument stage, Apurva, because last time the Supreme Court had taken up the issue, but since this is an issue which has a lot of it has a lot of voluminous documents, the Supreme Court had gone ahead and given a time of about 4 months for those documents which are pending in the trial court to be translated to the English language. We've been given to understand that the translation has been completed, but nonetheless, the matter has not yet started insofar as the final arguments are concerned. That will still take a while. Nonetheless, the Supreme Court will be hearing the matter today. Whether or not the final arguments still commence today, Apurva, remains to be seen. But going forward, clearly, this will be an issue on which the word of the Supreme Court to resolve this particular dispute, the 3-way dispute, will prove to be critical.
Absolutely, Meenakshi. Many thanks for giving us all those details ahead of the 25th anniversary of the Babri demolition. Now the Supreme Court will begin the final hearings in the controversial dispute. Of course, we will keep a very close eye on that special bench which will decide this issue. Some other news now. In what could be called ironical and ridiculous at the same time, the Agarwal community in Jind district of Haryana termed dancing of women in wedding procession a malpractice in the presence of Women Commission member Sonia Agarwal. It just didn't stop there, as they shamelessly went ahead saying that the celebration by women should be just behind closed doors. After what seems to be less surprising, the BJP district president of the women wing, Pushpa Tayal's reaction, who says that dancing is indeed a malpractice. Vishal now joins me on the phone line with more details on this absolutely absurd logic there being coming in from Haryana's Jind district. Vishal, what do you make of this entire statement there being coming out, specifically at a time when there are statements being made on how dancing is now a malpractice and women should actually dance in processions behind closed doors?
See, indeed, it's really shameful and shocking. Now, we were talking to some of the senior ministers of Bharatiya Janata Party. On the record, they say they do not endorse this view, but indeed, Haryana has been notorious for crime against women and also violation of women's rights. Now, several Khap panchayats had really stopped the intercaste marriages, and now you see one of the panchayats of Agarwal Samaj passing a diktat which is really condemnable. They've said that the women should not dance on DJ and in marriages, and the women should not dance outside their house. Now, this is really shocking. Now, we've been talking to some of the Agarwal Samaj people. They're trying to justify the decision by saying that women are considered to be superior, and they don't want the exhibition of women, so that is why they won't allow women to really dance before the people. So this is highly objectionable according to the Agarwal Samaj. But on the other hand, you saw the BJP leader trying to justify, and also the Women Commission leader in presence of whom this whole statement was made, is really shocking and shameful. Although the Agarwal Samaj stand by what they've said and what they have done, but indeed the Haryana government says that they don't endorse the view of the Agarwal Samaj.
Right, many thanks Vishal for getting us all those details on the very, very shocking statement there coming in from Jind's Agarwal community. But let's also quickly listen in to what the BJP district president of the women wing, Pushpa Tayal, had to say about this.
ब्याह शादियों में घोड़ी के आगे जो महिलाएं डांस करती हैं, ये भी हमारे समाज के लिए एक कुरीति है। इसको रोकने के लिए क्या किया जाए? इसको रोकने के लिए समाज ने निर्णय लिया कि शादी में नाच गाने तो हों, खुशियां तो मनाई जाए, लेकिन वो पर्दे के पीछे हो सब।
Shifting focus now, in a shocking news coming in from Ghaziabad, a woman killed her 3-month-old infant and hid the infant's body in the washing machine. Now, the woman's husband has filed a complaint against her after the infant's body was found under the pile of clothes inside the washing machine. Now, the mother killed her infant daughter because she wanted a son. Now, the accused has now been arrested.
बच्ची को मारा है आपने, क्या कहेंगे? किस तरीके से बच्ची को मारा? बोलिए।
चुन्नी में लपेट के।
वॉशिंग मशीन का इस्तेमाल हुआ था?
जी, उसमें डाल दिया था जैसे।
क्या बच्ची नहीं चाहिए थी आपको? किस वजह से मारा था बच्ची को?
जी हाँ, ये मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, जी गलती से हो गया, बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई।
मोहित कुमार नाम के व्यक्ति ने थाने में सूचना दी कि उनकी पत्नी ने 3 माह की बच्ची को पहले बताया गायब हो गई है, कोई उठा ले गया, बंदर उठा ले गया, और उसके बाद जब तलाश की तो मृत अवस्था में वॉशिंग मशीन के अंदर कपड़े में लिपटी हुई मिली। इस पर FIR पंजीकृत कर ली गई, अभियुक्ता को गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया और बच्ची का PM कराया जा रहा है, आगे की कार्रवाई की जा रही है।
Well, moving on to a story of sheer determination, conquering heights. A 25-year-old Prathamesh Hirve, after years of burning the midnight oil in his humble 10 by 10 feet home at the Filterpara slums in Powai, has qualified for the elite Indian Space Research Organization or the ISRO. Now, Prathamesh now has the entire universe ahead of him. He was granted admission in Bhagubai Mahapatlal Polytechnic College for a diploma course in electrical engineering. But this was just the beginning of his struggle, and Prathamesh has yet to overcome one of his biggest challenge, the language barrier.
मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि जितना भी मैंने जो स्ट्रगल किया था वो वर्कआउट हो गया और मैं फाइनली अपने गोल की ओर रीच कर रहा हूँ। जो गोल था कि देश की सेवा जितनी बड़ी और अच्छे से कर पाऊँ। यहाँ पे 10 बाय 10 के रूम में रहना और अपने माँ बाप के साथ में आपके सपने अचीव करना, ये थोड़ा मेरे लिए अलग एक्सपीरियंस था। जैसे कि मैं जब रात में पढ़ता था तो मुझे ट्यूब लाइट्स वगैरह ऑन रखनी थी और उसी वक्त में मेरे मम्मी पापा भी सो रहे थे, तो वो अपनी नींद काफ़ी वक्त तक सेक्रीफाइस करते रहे जब तक उन्हें महसूस था कि ये लड़का कुछ ना कुछ कर दिखाएगा, आगे कुछ ना कुछ बनेगा। इसलिए उन्होंने अपनी नींद सेक्रीफाइस कर ली और मुझे पढ़ाई के लिए बढ़ावा देते रहे।
मेरा बेटा साइंटिस्ट बन गया तो मुझे बहुत ही खुशी है और आनंद है, क्योंकि मेरा लड़का इतना ऊंचा स्थान पर गया तो बहुत ही खुशी की बात है।
क्या उसको आप मेहनत करते हुए देखते थे? कैसा लगता था?
जी हाँ।
किस तरह की मेहनत करते थे?
वो जब फर्स्ट से 10वीं तक जो अभ्यास करता था तो उसका पूरा श्रेय जो है उसकी मम्मी को जाता है, क्योंकि जब एग्ज़ाम या क्लास में जाके आता था तो मम्मी उसका पूरा क्वेश्चन आंसर और रिवीजन करके आज का काम आज ही करने को कहती थी और उसी प्रकार का उसने सहयोग किया।
सोलंकी चाल का लड़का है, मगर बहुत अच्छा लड़का है, एकदम सिंपल लड़का है वो, एकदम छोटा घर में पढ़ के बड़ा होके इधर इतना नाम कमाया हमारा एरिया में।
कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
हम लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है। आगे का बच्चा भी इसको देख के आगे आना चाहिए, हम वही बोलते हैं।
आपके इलाके का नाम हुआ है क्या?
बहुत बड़ा नाम कमाया। अभी तक हम लोगों का गाँव में अभी तक वीडियो भी नहीं आया था, पहले टाइम वीडियो आया था सबसे पहले उसकी लड़का की वजह से, मगर हम लोग एकदम ऐसा बोल भी नहीं सकता। हम लोग इतना अच्छा फील हो रहा है इसका, इतना छोटा जैसे कि हमारा बच्चा, हम लोग बहुत सोचता हमारा बच्चा भी आगे ऐसा आओ उसको देख के।
Well, on that positive note, it's time for us to slip into a very short break. But up next, my colleague Urvashi Kapoor will take you through all the news and updates.